After-school activities for a Texas teenager might include Facebook or an Xbox, but on a farm just south of Utopia, 4 high school students are finding another use for their hands and time. Alongside experienced farmers, these high schoolers are refurbishing 2 antique tractors and learning more than just nuts and bolts.
It doesn't do a bit of good to put a start in there if it don't hit on them gears.
Kerman Smith and his wife Inez, members of the Uvalde County Farm Bureau, have opened their workshop and tools up to the students who are working several hours every day after school to make these machines like new once again.
It really means something special to me and to the other 3 men too. In fact, there are times when the kids have left, we'll sit down and talk about what we've done to help them and what we can do even better to help them in our little afternoon caucus, I call it.
As schools across the state cut budgets, communities like Utopia are pulling together to support students as they travel to stock shows to show off their hard work.
The community support here is great. The small towns, they just really come together and help support each other and really support my students.
At Smith Farms, though, the students aren't the only ones receiving an education.
It's been a learning process for us. Of course, anytime you're trying to teach somebody, it's a whole lot easier to just do it yourself. So we have to learn to back off and let them make the mistakes. That's what we all learn. You make good decisions by making a lot of bad decisions.
Is it all right? Can y'all see it?
Kreed, Carr, and Stephen Horton are working on a 1947 John Deere Model B, while Ramiro Rios and Dustin McDonald are restoring a Farmall Super C. From the smallest pins, washers, and bearings to the frame and exterior bodywork, these students are required to identify and reconstruct the tractors as they were after coming off the assembly line.
It's something I love doing, is working on anything mechanical. It's something I have an interest in, and also it's something you can use in the future.
Carr and the other students are thankful for the resources they have at the Smith Farm, where education seems to cover more than drive shafts and sprockets. Antiques by today's standard, these 2 models were at one time the latest in agricultural technology. But according to Smith and the students, these tractors still play a vital role.
Not only is it a really neat machine, but these old John Deere tractors, I mean, they're a big part of just American culture in general. So, I mean, I think it's really neat that we get to work on them.
Like any sports team, the group of Utopia high school students hope to come away from the upcoming shows with the top prize, but Smith and the other men know the prize is in the experience. For TFB News, Nathan Smith, Utopia.